Remember Rock-a-Doodle? Yeah, I remember that movie sucked balls. Why the fuck was the rooster named Chanticleer? The fuck kind of name is that? Chanticleer. It's supposed to be a fucking rural American farm. Why the fuck does the rooster have such a pretentious goddamn name? It's from the Canterbury Tales. Okay. Why is the rooster named that? That doesn't really answer the fucking question. I mean, I figured it was from some fancy, pretentious shit, but why is a fucking rooster on a farm named that? It's the low point of Christopher Plummer's career. Was he the owl? Was he the fucking Duke of Darkness or whatever the fuck the owl was named? That owl was the only cool thing in that piece of shit movie. I like some of what's-his-face's cartoons. What's that fucking guy? What the fuck? Don Bluth. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I like some of his shit. But I hate some of his shit, too. Hey, if you like this clip, you might like the full stream, which I do every Sunday, more or less, over on the Pessimist Productions Patreon, link down below. Thank you kindly. Yeah, All Dogs Go to Heaven's pretty dope. I always like the villain. That's just me. Even as a kid, I like Carface. You know? I like his voice. Who fucking voiced that motherfucker? Was it someone famous, or is it just like a voice actor that's got a really cool fucking voice? I like when he says, "A ray gun." I can't even come close to the way he did it. It was so deep. I like Brave Little Toaster. Brave Little Toaster didn't really have a villain. The closest thing it had to a villain was the, I don't know, the Magnet, I guess. But he'd come along to the very end. But yeah, I used to watch a Brave Little Toaster all the time as a kid. I guess the blanket was a heated blanket, and that's why I had a big block for a head. But as a kid, that always confused the fucking shit out of me. I was like, why does the blanket have a big block attached to it? I didn't realize it was a fucking heated blanket. I never asked. I was afraid to look stupid. It seemed like everyone else got it, so I was just like, I'm accepting this. Fox and the Hound made me cry as a child. Not me. I never cried at that pussy shit. I never liked either of them motherfuckers. If that hunter fucking shot the fox, I wouldn't have shed a damn tear for him. Todd. His name was Todd, right? Todd was a had an old woman taking care of him. All he had to do was stay on the damn property, quit getting into damn trouble. Can't fucking do that. Had a cushy ass little house. Could have just chilled, ate some fucking goddamn table scraps, and lived a life of comfort and ease. But his ass has to go out there looking for trouble. And he's a fucking dumbass as far as I'm concerned. Fuck that fox. What a dumbass. He's a stupid piece of shit. And he broke that old woman's heart. And she never gets no fucking happy ending. She raises up that fox and then has to give him to the woods. And she's all like crying and shit just to save his stupid ass from his own fucking dumb self. And I don't know why she thinks he'll be safe out here in the woods. The hunter will never find him there. Bitch, that's where the hunter goes. That's where the motherfucker goes to kill foxes all the fucking time. That's his whole fucking deal. He goes into the woods and kills foxes. How the fuck is that the safe place? No one in that movie made a goddamn lick of sense. You know what that thought I would have done? Sneak on over that motherfucker's house in the night, slit his fucking throat. Your fox is fucking safe then. You ain't got to worry about shit. No one in that movie had a lick of sense, so I don't feel no sympathy for none of them. I can't get all choked up about a bunch of idiots doing dumb shit. Damn, TJ, you're really a heartless, ruthless bastard. I ain't heartless or ruthless. There's plenty of movies that made me cry. You can ask anybody. I cried. I'm just telling you, in that particular movie, I didn't feel no emotional connection to none of them motherfuckers because they're all a bunch of dumbasses. Don't do the right thing. She placed him in a sanctuary, TJ. She wasn't going to keep his ass safe. First of all, that hunter don't give a fuck about no sanctuary. He don't even give a fuck about coming onto her property and killing. Like a sanctuary going to stop me? Gonna fucking, oh, shit, sanctuary, better not go in there. And then, when the motherfucker's on death's door and that bear attacks him or whatever the fuck happens at the end, is a little fucking hazy. He's like trapped under a rock or something, and then the fox helps him. Fuck that. I'd fucking seize that motherfucker's throat, rip his fucking... How many foxes that motherfucker killed? That motherfucker is literally a genocider of your people. And you're just going to, oh, help him out. Fuck that shit. How many foxes has that motherfucker killed? You're a fox. That motherfucker kills foxes for fun. Rip that motherfucker apart. Fuck that bitch. I did the right thing. I was compassionate. It's like a Jew saving Hitler and we're supposed to feel good about it. Fuck that. That movie sucks dick. And then they got some racist fucking caricature owl bitch talking all that sassy mammy talk. That ain't fucking right. Fuck that movie. Anyone who likes that movie is an idiot. Fox and the Hound is horse shit. TJ, what childhood movies made you cry? I don't know. Ask me about one. I'll let you know if you get to one. Land Before Time. I don't remember crying at Land Before Time, but I watched it as a kid. I remember that shit. Littlefoot, do you remember the way to the Great Valley? I don't know if I cried, but it was sad. Lion King, yeah. Yeah, that is sad when fucking Simba turns his back on his two fucking friends, his gay dads that raised him, to go save some shithole kingdom that never did shit for him. That is kind of sad. Timon and Pumbaa. Raise him up from a fucking cub. Really, the only parents he ever knew. And then, in the second he gets a whiff of like, oh, maybe I can get power again, and turns his back on his fucking two gay dads, remembered some horse shit his fucking hypocritical fucking old dad told him before he was murdered in some fucking Game of Thrones-esque power struggle. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. A fucking chill dude living with two fucking cool gay dads. Not some bullshit propaganda about, like, you know, when we die, our bodies become the grass and the antelope eat the grass, so it's okay we fucking butcher them by the thousands and rip them apart and shit. You see, son? You get it? It's like, what? That doesn't make no damn sense. Your bodies have become the grass anyway, right? If your bodies become the grass, it becomes the grass regardless of whether or not you murder antelope. Yeah, the poor hyenas forced to fucking live on the outskirts of society. And I don't like the messaging in that movie because the hyenas, I mean, the fucking hyenas are obviously supposed to be like some lesser race compared to the lions. It's like, oh yeah, if you let these hyenas in, then they fucking ruin everything. So there's like an anti-immigration message in the fucking movie too. Oh, they live in this shithole, and if they come here, they'll bring the shithole with them. And then all these kids who grew up watching The Lion King grow up to be alt-right fuckwits. So fuck The Lion King too, a bunch of horse shit. But yeah, it is kind of sad when Simba betrays fucking Timon and Pumbaa for those ass lion despots that fucking rule from on high and eat everybody. Where's the realistic ending where Simba unalives Scar's cubs so the females come back into heat? Yeah. I mean, if you want to be accurate to lion fucking, you know, behavior, I mean, Scar should have had a bunch of little cubs running around and Simba should have mercilessly fucking stomped on their heads to get all the bitches back in heat, because that is how lions do that shit. Now, I get not wanting to do that in a children's cartoon, but hey, you know, if you're going to try to fucking show us what, I mean, you know, have the balls to show us what nature is really like, for fuck's sake. If you got used to eating bugs already, which I am not down, but you might as well keep on. That's true, too. You know, I mean, it showed that Simba was perfectly capable of growing to a full-size, healthy, tough enough to beat Scar's ass lion on an all-insect diet. You know? So, I mean, does it really make sense to be killing antelope? And they're sentient in this universe, right? Like, the antelope are also people. Like, they got thoughts and feelings and concerns, and they're talking to each other. And then the lion comes along and rips them apart. Usually the young ones are the weak, old, sick ones. You know, and then you got to like, you're an antelope in the fucking Lion King universe. You fucking have some kids. You're trying to raise them up. Lion comes along, rips your fucking child's throat out, eats their fucking carcass in front of your fucking weeping eyes. And then when that lion has a fucking kid, you got to go fucking bow down to it like, oh, wow, the great circle of life. Isn't this great? Wow, this is so fucking magical. I guess one day he'll be the grass, and then I'll have my revenge. Bullshit. Fuck the Lion King. I'll tell you my problem with Charlotte's Web. Motherfucking spider writes some pig in the fucking web, and everyone's like, wow, look at that pig. Bullshit. That spider can write. Who fucking cares about the damn pig? You got a fucking English-speaking, literate fucking spider. The arachnids are getting a lexicon. And you're obsessed with this fucking fat fucking pig running around. Who gives a shit about the fucking pig? The spider can talk. Like, I'd say this shit as a kid. I'd be watching the movie, I'd be like, huh? And people would be like, what are you talking about? You don't understand the movie. You don't understand the fucking movie.